for the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the first snap of his college football career as the Gators start 1st and 10.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
They will let him throw here on the very first play. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A good throw there, but boy, a tough situation for this offense, for this program, really. When you think about it, Marcus Washington, 4-year starter, came in as a true freshman to lead this team. He's 3rd all-time in passing yards in school history, 2nd in touchdowns, twice an All-American, a Heisman finalist, all that stuff. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
I think that's an example of how the game speed is different than in practice, because in practice, you might not be going full speed. A lot of guys in shorts coming your way, so it's going to be a big key to see how he adjusts to how the speed really picks up in this game and if he's able to get rid of the football.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
First and 10, Florida. They'll give it to Jennings. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That is caught. Hit streets. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Gators have taken the early lead. So that drive certainly a confidence builder for an inexperienced quarterback.
And a confidence builder for the coaching staff as well, because now they're seeing that they can work with what's out there. In addition, they feel good about the game plan that they set up in advance.
Here's Florida now after the touchdown, back out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Gators about set to take over again on offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
He'll let it go deep for Streets. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A gain of 32 that time. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. So much made about the fact that we've got a quarterback who's never seen the field in a college football game, but you go back to his high school days, he's played in front of crowds. Maybe not quite this size, but it wasn't abnormal for them to have 15,000, 20,000 people in the stands at his high school games. And the numbers from his senior year as a prepster, impressive. Led his team to a 14-0 record, threw for close to 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, and he also chipped in 11 rushing touchdowns to boot. So it's not as if this guy doesn't know what he's doing out there under center. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to...
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. It's their quarterback with his second. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw. They shakes him off. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. The Gators now with a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. Bust through the tackle and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
He continues to make plays, and he looks terrific out there right now. But what I really liked, the way he's controlled this huddle.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. It's their quarterback.
Here we go. Coming after you.
They start the drive with Jennings. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. For the Gators, they are in search of their 4th national title in school history. They lifted the trophy for the first time back in '96, and then most recently they were champions in 2006 and again in 2008. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And unable to break away. Getting ready for their next possession, this Florida Gator offense. They go play action here on first down. And Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. Streets saying Washington's like a second brother to him. And, of course, many know the story. Isaiah's older brother, Ezekiel, tremendous athlete in his own right, but lost too soon to leukemia a year ago next week at the age of 20.
And that is really a gut-wrenching story.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And a huge play that time. 45 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. One,
and he is in. Touchdown Gators. It's a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Gators push that lead out. Back to throw now in his own end zone. On the crossing route, complete. It's Arnold. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it in for a Gator touchdown. And that's the type of play that'll give your sidelines. On play action, they'll throw. There's this out for Streets. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
12 yards there and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play a leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. There's this out for Streets. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 61 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Isaiah Streets the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he is in. Touchdown Gators. It's their corner. the ground. It's Clements. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Escaping the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 36 yards on the play.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. A great effort there. His second. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there. 55 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So, Charles, let's look ahead. This is the first of 2 semifinals on this night, so we don't know the opponent. And he is in. Touchdown Gators. Isaiah Streets with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And this... This will be a carry for Clements. And they can't corral him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule? 4th quarter.
And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. Isaiah Streets, 45. They begin the drive with Jennings on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and 10, Florida. Muscling free near the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards that time, but a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
occasionally you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So on the strength of 3 touchdown passes in the first college start for their senior quarterback, the Florida Gators are moving on to play for a national championship on January 7th.